Good morning, students. Standard 7, Chapter 1, Integers, Part 3. In the previous class, we have studied properties of addition and subtraction of integers, and we have completed exercise 1.2. And today we are going to study how to multiply integers. Multiplication of integers. Let's start. Multiplication of integers. Multiplication of a positive and negative integer. That means one positive integer and one negative integer. How to multiply a positive integer and a negative integer. In general, for any two positive integers a and b, we can say a multiplied by minus b is equal to minus a multiplied by b is equal to minus a multiplied by b. So, when a number is positive and next integer is negative, what you have to do? Put the minus sign outside, then multiply as usual a into b. So put multiplication sign outside, a into b. It's clear? Multiplication of two negative integers. In general, for any two positive integers a and b, minus a multiplied by minus b. First you have to multiply the sign, minus into minus plus a into b. So two numbers are negative, so you have to multiply both the negative sign, minus into minus plus, then multiply a into b. It's clear? Now rules for multiplications. First one, plus into plus. So when two positive integers, always you will get positive integer. For example, 4 multiplied by 5. 4 is a positive integer and 5 is again a positive integer. When you multiply 4 and 5, you will get 20. Again 20 is a positive integer. Second one positive integer and one negative integer. Plus into minus. Answer is negative. That means one positive number and one negative number. If you multiply, you will get always a negative integer. That means, for example, 4 multiplied by minus 5. 4 is a positive integer and 5 is a negative integer. When you multiply these two, always you will get negative integer. That means minus 20. It's clear? Third one, minus multiplied by plus. That means one negative number and one positive integer. When you multiply these two, always you will get negative integer. For example, minus 4 multiplied by 5. This is negative integer and this is positive integer. So, always answer is negative integer. 4 5s are 20 and put minus sign. Fourth one, minus into minus. That means two negative numbers are multiplied, always you will get positive integer. For example, minus 4 multiplied by minus 5. Both are negative integer. So first you have to multiply the sign, minus into minus plus, and 4 5s are 20. That means when you multiply two negative integers, always you will get a positive integer. You have to by heart this two positive integer. When you multiply two positive integers, always you will get a positive integer, and one positive integer and one negative integer, always you will get negative integer, and one negative integer and one positive integer, always you will get negative integer, and two negative integers when you multiply will get always a positive integer. It's clear? Now take page number 10. Try this. Find 4 multiplied by minus 8, 8 multiplied by minus 2, 3 multiplied by minus 7 and 10 multiplied by minus 1. It's written, do it by number line, but we are not going to teach you here number line. As usual, multiplication we will do here. It's clear? So no need of solving this sum by using number line. Just multiply. So first one, 4 multiplied by minus 8. So one positive integer, one negative integer, always will get negative number. Clear? So positive plus into minus, minus. Now multiply number. 4 8s are 32. So answer is minus 32. It's clear? Now B, 8 multiplied by minus 2. So one positive integer, one negative integer, always you will get a negative integer. Now 8 2s are 16. So answer is minus 16. Now 3 multiplied by minus 7. One positive integer, one negative integer, always you will get a negative integer. 7 3 is the 21 and put minus sign. Now 10 multiplied by minus 1. One positive integer, one negative integer, always you will get a negative integer. So 10 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 10. It's clear? Now try this, the same case you can see, find 6 multiplied by minus 19, 12 multiplied by minus 32 and 7 multiplied by minus 22. Now as usual 6 multiplied by minus 19. One positive integer, one negative integer, always answer is negative and 19 6. No need of copying this answer in your notebook. Multiply yourself 19 6. Put a working column here, rough work and multiply 19 6. First you multiply and check the answer whether it is correct or not. Don't copy answer from here. Multiply and write the answer, all the three. Okay. So answer is minus 114. Second one, 12 multiplied by minus 32. Again, one positive integer, one negative integer, always answer is negative. Now multiply 12 into 32. So again, multiply here 32 multiplied by 12. So first you have to multiply the sign, then you have to multiply the number. That is easy. And by heart the rules. So one positive number, one negative number, always answer is minus. And 32 12s are 384. It's clear? The third one, 7 multiplied by minus 22. Again, one positive number, one negative number, you have to put negative. Clear? And multiply 22 7s are 154. So one positive number, one negative number, always you will get a negative integer. It's clear? Right, this page number 11, try this, you can do it as homework. Now page number 12, you can see some try this, that is there are three questions. Find minus 31 multiplied by minus 100, minus 25 multiplied by minus 72, minus 83 multiplied by minus 28. Now first one, minus 31 multiplied by minus 100. Here both the integers are negative. So when you multiply two negative integers, always you will get a positive integer. So 31 hundredths are, that is 3100. It's clear? Now minus 25 multiplied by minus 72. Again both the integers are negative. So when you multiply two negative integers, always you will get a positive integer. And 25 72s are, again multiply yourself, 25 72. All multiplication you have to do yourself. Okay. So 2572 I got, that is 1800 and minus into minus plus. The third one you can do it as homework. Page number 14. You can open your textbook. Product of three or more negative integers. Read it. We observe that the product of two negative integers is a positive integer. Already we have seen, when you multiply two negative integers, always you will get a positive integer. If you want, you can underline here. The product of two negative integers is a positive integer. Now, what will be the product of three negative integers? Now we are going to study what is the product of three or more negative integers. For negative integers, let's observe the following examples. First one, minus 4 multiplied by minus 3. Again here two negative integers, so always we know that is positive integer. 4 3s are 12. Second one, minus 4 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 2. Now you can multiply first two number, minus 4 multiplied by minus 3. Again two negative integers, always will get a positive. 4 3s are 12. Okay. Now multiply by, what is remaining here? Minus 2. So 12 multiplied by minus 2. 12 twos are 24, and one positive number, one negative number, always you will get a negative number. So what is the answer? Minus 24. So what do you observe here? When you multiply two negative integers, always you will get a positive integer. But when you multiply three negative integers, always you will get a negative integer. Now third one, minus 4 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by minus 1. Okay. Now we can multiply these. Minus 4 multiplied by minus 3. Both are negative integers, so always we'll get a positive integer. 4 3s are 12. Again, 12 into minus 2. So what is the answer? Just now we got second one. 12 into minus 2, that is minus 24. Multiplied by, what is remaining here? Minus 1. So minus 24 multiplied by minus 1. So what is the answer? Again, two negative integers. So when you multiply, you get positive integer. 24 ones are 24. So answer is positive. So two negative integers you will get positive. Three negative integers you will get negative. And four negative integers you will get positive. Clear? Now, fourth one, minus 5 multiplied by minus 4 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by minus 1. We can multiply this. 4 3s are 12. 12 2s are 24, 24 1s are 24, right? Already we got here. So again, minus into minus, plus, again here, plus into minus, minus, minus into minus, plus. So we got here 24. Minus 5 multiplied by 24, we got 120. And one negative number, one positive number, always will get a negative integer. So when two negative integer, answer is positive. Three negative integers, answer is negative. Four negative integers, answer is positive. And five negative integers, answer is negative. So what do you observe from here? From the above product, we observe that the product of two negative integers is a positive integer. The product of three negative integer is a negative integer. And the product of four negative integer is a positive integer. What is the product of 5 negative integers in D? That is again negative integer. So what will be the product of 6 negative integers? We further see that in A and C above, the number of negative integers that are multiplied are even. It's clear? One is 2 and one is 4. So both the numbers are even. And the product obtained in A and C are positive integers. The number of negative integers that are multiplied in B and D is odd, and the product obtained in B and D are negative integers. So what do you observe from here? When the numbers are even, the product will be positive. When the numbers are odd, the product will be negative. It's clear? To by heart this, that is, the product of two negative integers is a negative integer, and the product of three negative integers is a negative integer, and product of four negative integers is a positive integer. You just underline in your textbook and you have to by heart. So what is the meaning of this? See here, a special case written here, that is, consider the following statements and the resultant products. Minus 1 into minus 1, that is plus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, that is 3 times, right? That is odd. So answer is minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, that is how many times? 4 times. It is even time. Again answer is positive. And 5 times multiply, so you will get minus 1. This means that if the integer minus 1 is multiplied even number of times, the product is positive plus 1. And if the integer, that is minus 1, is multiplied odd number of times, the product is minus 1. You can check this by making pairs of minus 1 in the statement. This is useful in working out product of integers. We have to by heart this. Underline in the textbook, if the integer minus 1 is multiplied even number of times, the product is positive. And if the integer minus 1 is multiplied by odd number of times, the product is minus 1. So only you have to check whether these numbers are odd or even. If it is even, always you will get positive number. If it is odd, always you will get negative integer. It's clear? Now, We find that if the number of negative integers in a product is even, then the product is a positive integer. If the number of negative integers in a product is odd, the product is a negative integer. Clear? So it depends on even or odd number of times. If it is odd, then answer will be positive. If it is even, answer will be positive. If it is odd, answer will be negative. Clear? So you can underline this sentence. The number of negative integers in a product is even, then the product is positive. And if the number of negative integers in a product is odd, then the product is negative integer. It's clear? The properties of multiplication of integers. Closure under multiplication. So we have studied in the previous class properties of addition and subtraction of integers. The same properties, closure property, commutative property, associative property. So same property we are doing for multiplication. So first one, closure under multiplication. Observe the following table and complete it. Minus 20 multiplied by minus 5. Both negative integer, when you multiply, you will get positive integer. 25 is 100. Yes, it's an integer. Minus 15 multiplied by 17. One negative integer, one positive integer, always you will get negative. Then 15 multiplied by 17, that is 255. Is it an integer? Yes. Product is an integer. Minus 30 multiplied by 12. So you can multiply 12 threes, that is 36, and one positive number, one negative number, always you will get negative number. And 12 threes are 36, and 1 0 left, you can write here 0. So answer is minus 360. Is it an integer? Yes, we can say that it is an integer. So right here, product is an integer. It's clear? Now you can complete next 3 and check whether the product is an integer. What do you observe? Can you find a pair of integers whose product is not an integer? No, right? All the products are integers. No, this gives us an idea that the product of two integers is again an integer. So underline the sentence. The product of two integers is again an integer. So we can say that integers are closed under multiplication. So in general, we can say a into b is an integer, then for all integers a and b. It's clear? So for any two integers a and b, a multiplied by b is always an integer. That property is called closure property under multiplication. Next property, commutative of multiplication. We know that multiplication is commutative for whole numbers. Can we say multiplication is also commutative for integers? Observe the following table and complete it. First one, 3 multiplied by minus 4 is equal to one positive integer, one negative integer. When you multiply, you will get negative. 3 fours are 12. Now interchange. So 3 into minus 4. So here we multiply minus 4 multiplied by 3. So again, one negative integer, one positive integer, always you will get negative. Then 4 threes are 12. What you observe here, both answers are same. So when you interchange, there is no difference in the product. That means 3 multiplied by minus 4 is same as minus 4 multiplied by 3. Clear? We will do one more. Minus 30 multiplied by 12. 12 3s are 36, and one positive number, one negative number, always you will get minus, and 1 0 is left. So just write here. So answer is minus 360. Again 12 multiplied by minus 30. 12 into minus 3, that is again minus, and 12 3s are 36, and one more 0. What do you observe here? Both answers are same. So we can say that minus 30 multiplied by 12 is same as 12 multiplied by minus 30. So just write here, and next 4 you can do it yourself. Complete the table yourself and check the answers are same or not. So there are 4. What are your observations? The above examples suggest multiplication is commutative for integers. You can underline here, multiplication is commutative for integers. So in general, for any two integers a and b, we can say a multiplied by b is same as b multiplied by a. It's clear? The next one, multiplication by 0. We know that any whole number when multiplied by 0 gives 0. Observe the following products of negative integers and 0. These are obtained from the patterns done earlier. Minus 3 multiplied by 0. Answer is 0. When you multiply 0 to any integer, any natural numbers, any whole numbers, always answer will be 0. 0 multiplied by minus 4. Answer is 0. Minus 5 multiplied by 0, answer is 0. And 0 minus 6, answer is again 0. So what do you observe here? This shows that the product of a negative integer and 0 is 0. And in general, for any integer a multiplied by 0 is same as 0 multiplied by a is equal to 0. Underline here, any whole number when multiplied by 0 is 0. Clear? So that is, this property is known as multiplication by 0. That means the product of any integer, any negative integer and 0 is always 0. Multiplicative identity. We know that 1 is the multiplicative identity for whole numbers. So underline here. Already we have studied 1 is called multiplicative identity for whole numbers. Check that 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers as well. Observe the following product of integers with 1. Minus 3 multiplied by 1, that is minus 3. Minus 4 multiplied by 1, what is the answer? Again minus 4. So when you multiply with 1, always will get the number itself. 1 into minus 5, answer is minus 5. 1 into minus 6, answer is minus 6. Clear? So like this you can complete here. This shows that 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. Clear? Because when we multiply 1 to any integers, always we get the same integer. So complete these 3 yourself and underline here. 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. In general, for any integer a multiplied by 1 is equal to 1 multiplied by a is equal to a. Now, what happens when we multiply any integer with minus 1? Let's check. Minus 3 multiplied by minus 1. What is the answer? Both negative integer, when we multiply, you will get positive integer. So, answer is 3. Not minus 3, answer is 3. 3 multiplied by minus 1, answer is minus 3. Minus 6 multiplied by minus 1, answer is 6. And minus 1 multiplied by 13 is minus 13. So what do you observe here? Do you get the same number? No, right? When we multiply with minus 1, we will get the opposite. If it is minus 3, we will get plus 3. If it is minus 6, we will get 6. Okay. So what do you observe here? Can we say minus 1 is a multiplicative identity for integers? No, because when we multiply minus 1 with any integer, we are not getting the same integer. Clear? So we cannot say minus 1 is a multiplicative identity for integers. 0 is the additive identity, whereas 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. So underline here. Already we have studied 0 is called additive identity and 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. We get additive inverse of an integer a when we multiply minus 1 into a. That is, a into minus 1 is same as minus 1 into a is equal to minus a. It's clear? Next property, associative for multiplication. Consider minus 3, minus 2 and 5. Look at minus 3 multiplied by minus 2, 1 bracket, multiplied by 5 and minus 3 multiplied by 1 bracket, minus 2 into 5. In the first case, minus 3 and minus 2 are grouped together, and in the second minus 2 and 5 are grouped together. We see that minus 3 multiplied by minus 2 into 5. Let's multiply both negative integers will get positive. 3 2s are 6. So 6 multiplied by 5, the answer is 30. We'll take next, that is minus 3 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by 5. So this is in one bracket. First we will solve this. 5 multiplied by minus 2. 5 is positive integer, minus 2 is a negative integer, so always the product will be negative. 5 2s are 10. Minus 3 multiplied by minus 10. 10 3s are 30. Minus into minus plus. Okay. So both answers are same. So we get the same answer in both the case. This you can do it yourself same way and check whether answers are same. Does the grouping of integers affect the product of integers? So when we group the integers, is it affect the product? No, right? We get the same integer. No. So in general, we can say for any three integers a, b and c, underline here, a into b bracket multiplied by c is equal to a multiplied by b multiplied by c. So this property is known as associative for multiplication. Just like whole numbers, the product of three integers does not depend upon the grouping of integers, and this is called associative property for multiplication of integers. So this property is known as associative property of multiplication for integers. That is a multiplied by b bracket multiplied by c is equal to a multiplied by bracket b multiplied by c. Clear? Next property is distributive property. We know 16 multiplied by 10 plus 2. So just remove the bracket, multiply 1 by 1. So 16 multiplied by 10 plus 16 multiplied by 2. It's clear? So middle sign is plus. So we can write like this: 16 multiplied by 10 plus 16 multiplied by 2. So this property is known as distributive of multiplication over addition. Let us check if this is true for integers also. Observe the following: minus 2 multiplied by 3 plus 5. So what is 3 plus 5? 8. So minus 2 multiplied by 8. One negative integer, one positive integer. Let's multiply 8 multiplied by minus 2, that is minus 16. Now multiply like this: minus 2 multiplied by 3 plus minus 2 multiplied by 5. And let's check both the answers are same. Minus 2 multiplied by 3, that is minus 6, plus minus 2 multiplied by 5, that is minus 10. Both are negative integers. When we can add 10 plus 6, that is 16, and put minus sign. Just see the answers, both are same. So minus 2 multiplied by 3 plus 5 is same as minus 2 multiplied by 3 plus minus 2 multiplied by 5. Clear? One more example, that is minus 4 multiplied by minus 2 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus minus 2. One positive number, one negative number, always you have to subtract. 7 minus 2, that is 5. 5 multiplied by minus 4. 5 4s are 20 and put minus sign. Now we will multiply one by one. Minus 4 multiplied by 2 plus minus 4 multiplied by 7. Now both are negative integer. 4 2s are 8 plus minus 4 multiplied by 7. 7 4s are 28 and put minus sign. One negative integer, one positive integer. Always you have to subtract. 28 minus 8, that is minus 20. Now you can see both answers are same. So what we can say, minus 4 multiplied by minus 2 plus 7 is same as minus 4 multiplied by minus 2 plus minus 4 multiplied by minus 4 multiplied by 7. Can we say that the distributivity of multiplication over addition is true for integers? Yes, because we got both answers are same. So what we can say in general, for any integers a, b and c, a multiplied by b plus c is same as a multiplied by b plus a multiplied by c. Clear? So this property is known as distributive of multiplication over addition, because this is addition plus, right? Now let's check what will happen in the case of subtraction. In the case of subtraction, what will happen? Now consider the following. Can we say 4 multiplied by 3 minus 8? 4 multiplied by 3 minus, here middle sign is minus, 4 multiplied by 8. So let's check both answers are same or not. Let us check 4 multiplied by 3 minus 8. 3 minus 8, that is minus 5. 4 into minus 5, answer is minus 20. Now 4 multiplied by 3 minus 4 multiplied by 8. 4 3s are 12 and 4 8s are 32. 12 minus 32, answer is minus 20. So what do you observe here? Both answers are same. So 4 multiplied by 3 minus 8 is same as 4 multiplied by 3 minus 4 multiplied by 8. Then given one more example here, you can go through it. So what do you observe here? Both answers are same. If in the case of subtraction also, distributive of multiplication over subtraction is true. Clear? So in the case of addition and in the case of subtraction, distributive property of multiplication for integers holds true. So in general, for any three integers a, b and c, we can say a multiplied by b minus c same as a multiplied by b minus a multiplied by c. So both in the case of addition and subtraction, distributive of multiplication for integers is true. Clear? Exercise 1.3. First one, find each of the following products. First one, A, 3 multiplied by minus 1. One positive number, one negative integer. So always answer will be negative. 3 into minus 1, answer is minus 3. Second one, minus 1 multiplied by 225. Again, one negative integer, one positive integer, always you will get negative. Clear? So minus 225 multiplied by 1, answer is 225. The next one, minus 21 multiplied by minus 30. Now again one negative integer, again one more negative integer. Two negative integer, product is always positive. 21 3s are 63 and one more 0. So answer is 630. B, minus 316 multiplied by minus 1. One negative integer, again one more negative integer. When you multiply, product is always positive. 316 multiplied by 1, that is 316. Fifth one, minus 15 multiplied by 0 multiplied by minus 18. You can see 1 0 here. When we multiply 0 to any number, always answer will be 0. Question number F, minus 12 multiplied by minus 11 multiplied by 10. Minus into minus, that is plus, plus into plus, plus. So what you have to do? First you have to see the sign. Multiply the sign first, then you have to multiply the number. So it's easy for you. Now 12 11s are 132 and one more 0 left. So put the 0. So answer is 1320. The next one, 9 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 6. So first you have to multiply the sign. One positive number, one negative number. So always plus into minus, minus, minus into minus, plus. Clear? Now multiply the numbers. 9 3s are 27, 27 6 are 162. It's clear? The same way, H, I, J, you can do it as homework. I already solved here. No need of copying from here. First you solve yourself and check the answer. Clear? For that I have written here. I am not explaining here. Just multiplication only. You can multiply yourself and the sign also you have to check. And you have to write yourself and check the answer whether you are correct or not. It's clear? So H, I, J, it is homework for you. Clear? Question number 2. Verify the following. A. 18 multiplied by 7 plus minus 3, that is in one bracket, is equal to 18 multiplied by 7 plus 18 multiplied by minus 3. This property is distributive property of multiplication over addition. So let's check both answers are same. Verify means you have to check LHS and RHS. Then check the answers are same. Clear? So first we'll take LHS, that is left hand side. 18 multiplied by 7 plus minus 3. We know 7 plus minus 3, that is 4. So 18 multiplied by 7 plus into minus minus 3. 7 minus 3, that is 4. 18 4s are 72. Now take RHS. 18 multiplied by 7 plus 18 multiplied by minus 3. 18 7s are 126 plus 18 into minus 3, that is minus 54. 126 plus minus 54. So one positive number, one negative number you have to subtract. So 126 minus 54, answer is 72. You can see here LHS and RHS are same. So LHS is equal to RHS, hence verify. Question number B. Minus 21 multiplied by minus 4 plus minus 6, that is in one bracket, is equal to minus 21 multiplied by minus 4 plus minus 21 multiplied by minus 6. So take LHS first, then RHS, then you have to show both answers are same. So minus 21 multiplied by minus 4 plus minus 6, right? So write the question once again. Now both are negative integer, we can add. So minus 4 plus minus 6, that is minus 10. Minus into minus, that is plus 21 into 10, that is 210. It's clear? Now RHS. Minus 21 multiplied by minus 4 plus minus 21 multiplied by minus 6. 21 4s are 84, minus into minus plus. Again 21 6 are 126, minus into minus plus. So when multiply two negative integer, always product will be positive. Now 126 plus 84, answer is 210. So both LHS and RHS are equal, hence verified. So verify means you have to take LHS side and RHS side separately. You have to find the answer and you have to show both answers are same. It's clear? Question number 3. For any integer a, what is minus 1 multiplied by a? Clear? So minus 1 multiplied by a, answer is minus a. This already we have explained. Second one, determine the integer whose product with minus 1 is. First one, minus 22. So when you multiply with minus 1, the product will be minus 22. So you have to find the integer. So which integer, if you multiply with minus 1, we will get minus 22. Suppose minus 1 multiplied by dash number is equal to minus 22. It's clear? So just write like this so it's more clear for you. So minus 1 into which number? That is minus 22. Minus 1 into minus 22. So that is minus 1 into 22. Here it is 22 into minus 1. Answer is minus 22. It's clear? 22 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to minus 22. Hence the integer is 22. You don't want to write this part. You can write directly like this answer. 37. So when you multiply minus 1 into which number, answer will be, the product will be 37. We know minus 37 into minus 1 is 37. So what is the number here? Minus 37. So integer is minus 37. It's clear? Now 0. When the answer will be 0. So 0 into minus 1, answer is 0. We all know, right? So what is the integer here? 0. 0 is the integer. It's clear? So once again I will explain here. See, minus 1 into, question is minus 1 into dash number is equal to 0. So when you multiply minus 1 into which number, will answer is 0. So we know minus 1 into 0 is 0. So what is the integer? 0. It's clear? Question number 4. Starting from minus 1 into 5, write various products showing some pattern to show minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to 1. So you have to start minus 1 into 5. We know minus 1 into 5, answer is minus 5. Like this, up to minus 1 into minus 1, you have to complete. So minus 1. So what is the next number? Minus 1 into 4. Yeah. Minus 1 into 4, that is minus 4. Minus 4 we can write minus 5 plus 1. Right? The next one. After 4, next one. Minus 1 multiplied by 3. So minus 1 multiplied by 3, that is minus 3. This minus 3 we can write minus 4 plus 1. So you can see the pattern. Here minus 5 plus 1. Here minus 4 plus 1. Next one, minus 1 multiplied by 2. That is minus 2. And minus 2 we can write minus 3 plus 1. It's clear? Next pattern you have to write. Next 3 you have to write yourself. And check the answers correct or not. Minus 1 multiplied by 1. That is minus 1. Minus 1 we can write minus 2 plus 1. We need up to minus 1 into minus 1. So again 2 more. Minus 1 multiplied by 0, answer is 0. That is minus 1 plus 1. And the last one, minus 1 multiplied by minus 1, answer is 0. Answer is 1. That we can write 0 plus 1. Clear? So minus 1 multiplied by minus 1, answer is 1, is equal to 0 plus 1. Clear? This is just like pattern only. Students, we will continue this exercise in the next class. Before our next class, you have to learn all the properties what we discussed now. If you learn the properties, then only you can understand and solve the remaining sums from this exercise and complete your notebooks. Thank you.